देखिए, हमने जो हमारी बातचीत हुई हमारे विदेश मंत्री और ईरान के विदेश मंत्री के बीच में, उसके बारे में आपको मैंने ब्यौरा दिया और उससे अवगत कराया, तो मैं उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ। Rishabh, you had a question on Pakistan about the statement that they had made. So on that, I would like to say that we reject such baseless allegations. It has become second nature for Pakistan to blame India for its misdeeds. As a state sponsor of terrorism for decades, Pakistan has zero credibility when it comes to cross-border terrorism. No amount of storytelling is going to alter this reality, nor is anyone fooled by Pakistan's assumed victimhood. You had asked about the conversation between Foreign Minister Lavrov and External Affairs Minister. Post the conversation which happened yesterday, if I'm not wrong, we have given details of that conversation where the two leaders shared their perspectives and assessment on the ongoing conflict, and several other issues were also discussed. You can go further. Ayushi.
So this is Ayush Iqbal from ANI. Our Prime Minister has spoken with leaders across the Gulf and Israel. Has India been able to establish any diplomatic communication at the leadership level with Iran after the strikes? And second, does India believe the current escalation could impact regional initiatives such as the IMEC, which was announced in 2023?
Archis.
Sir Archis Mohan from Business Standard. During COVID, we had been extremely generous with our smaller neighbors in helping them out. In the context of the conflict in West Asia, have there been any requests from India's smaller neighbors, whether Bangladesh or Nepal, both in terms of evacuating their citizens or ensuring their respective energy security? Thank you.
Lastly.
India has co-sponsored a resolution at the UN that was taken up at the UNSC, in which Iran is very clearly criticized for its attacks on Gulf countries. In about 7 or 8 statements you have put out in the last 2 weeks, you have also very specifically criticized Iran for its attacks. We haven't, however, seen any comments from the Indian government on the US-Israel attacks on Iran, on the US bombing of the Iris Dana, and of the US bombing of a school which the US government has now accepted. It is done in Iran as well. I'd like to know, what is the Indian position on the actions taken by the US and Israel, arguably the first actions in this war?
Jessica.
Hi sir, this is Jessica Taneja for Doordarshan Network. So I have 2 questions. The first, we've seen some remarks made by commentators that India took 5 days to sign the condolence book at the Iranian embassy for the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. Is this correct? And secondly, Pakistan has expressed some concerns regarding the India-Canada uranium deal that was signed during the time of the visit of the Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. Any comments on that?
Okay. Krishna Mohan.
जो हमारा रीजनल कोऑपरेशन के तहत जो कंट्रीज को हम ऑयल प्रोडक्ट ये करते एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, अगर यही स्थिति रहती है तो
Okay, let's Ayushi first come to your question. Our Prime Minister, as you know, that he has spoken to several leaders in the Gulf after the conflict started. In these conversations, he stressed on the need for dialogue and diplomacy so that early peace can return. He also underlined the need to avoid civilian casualties, and he focused on the priority for protection of civilians. We have a large Indian community in the GCC countries, and obviously their security and welfare is of utmost importance. This was highlighted. We also in several cases condemned the violation of sovereignty and territorial integrity of states. As far as contacts with Iran is concerned, yes, our External Affairs Minister has been talking with his counterpart, and 3 conversations have happened in the recent few days. As far as the impact of the war, it is there for everybody of this conflict to see what's happening around, and obviously, several issues, several of our lives have been impacted by it, and not just ours, but of people and countries around the world. Archis, on energy assistance to countries in the neighborhood, first I would come to Bangladesh. As you know, India is a major exporter of refined petroleum products, especially to our neighborhood. We have received a request from the government of Bangladesh for supply of diesel, which is being examined. Given
வெளியுறவு செய்தி தொடர்பாளர் ரந்தீப் ஜெய்ஸ்வால் பேட்டியளித்தார். அதில் இந்தியாவின் எரிசக்தி பாதுகாப்பு குறித்து ஈரான் அமைச்சருடன் 3 முறை பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடத்தினோம் என்றும் ரந்தீப் ஜெய்ஸ்வால் தெரிவித்துள்ளார். அதனை நாம் நேரலையில் பார்த்தோம். மேலும் விவரங்களை பின்னர் வரும் செய்தி தொகுப்பில் பார்க்கலாம்.